welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do the infamous Gazelle. You probably either love or hate this move. I love this move. I know a lot of people who hate this move. If you hate it, it's maybe because you don't have a full crazy contortionist split yet. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Gazelle variations that do not need a full split. If you are dreading the hamstring flexibility, fear no more, because it is time to forget the split, and see what other choices there are out there. You should keep working on your splits. I'm not giving you a pass to just stop working on your splits, because they are very important, and it's important to continue to try to increase your flexibility. But also there's other choices in life, and that's what we're doing. For starters, I just want to review the basic, most classic version of a Gazelle. I know it's the splitty one. We're going to move away from splits in just a second, but let's review the basic one first. To start off, you have to turn your body completely to the side while sitting in the hoop. There is no version of turning your body to the side that is too far to the side. However far you can get, it's not far enough. More to the side, always. Next up, I'm going to take the opposite arm from my bent leg, so that is the arm of my outside leg, reach around behind the hoop, and think about putting the hoop in my armpit as I grab on about halfway down. From there, I can use my other hand to release and then start to walk my shoulders down, keeping my body close to the hoop. Keeping the body close to the hoop here is 100% essential. As soon as your ribs start to get far away from the hoop, you're really going to be in trouble. Finally, as my shoulders go down, I'm going to lift up my outside leg, that's the leg that's farther away from the hoop, and do a great big circle with it, coming as far back as I can into that split. Now, of course, this does require some hamstring flexibility, but you can fudge it a little bit. If you look at my legs here, you'll see that my front leg is actually opening out to the side slightly. I don't want to do it a huge amount because then it becomes really obvious, but if it's just slightly, it's still going to look like you're in a really nice big split while requiring slightly less flexibility. To come out of it, I'm going to do a big circle with my leg as I replace my hands on the hoop. I'm using the momentum of my leg to help me get up, and I'm arching up, leaving my head in line with my back, so don't use your head to lead up. Okay, now we reviewed the basic concept of a Gazelle, let's look at some variations. The first one is going to be a half stag variation or a bent front leg variation. I'm starting off in exactly the same way, keeping my body close to the hoop, leaning my shoulders back. But as I lift up that outside leg, I'm not doing a big circle with a straight leg. Instead, I am bending my knee and pulling my knee to the outside of the hoop. Your knee should go slightly past that front edge of the hoop. If you want, you can leave a hand on, pulling down on your knee. That's just going to make you feel a lot more secure. But if your hips are in the right position, you should feel quite locked in anyway, and you can take both hands off. If you feel like you're going to slide out the front of the hoop in any of these variations, it's probably because your hips are not in the right position and you need to keep your body closer to the hoop as you go into the move. And my exit is the same, straightening my leg to lever myself up using the weight of that leg and sitting up in the hoop. For our second option today, we're going to do a stag with both legs bent. Now this is a little similar to the first option, but it differs in two important ways. First off, I am bending my front leg less and I'm wrapping it around the front of the hoop so that my heel comes to the opposite side of the bar. This is a lot different than when my knee was really the most bent that it could be in the last option. The other way it's different is I'm bending my second leg and coming into this beautiful stag position. I love this position because you have so many options. You can let go with your hands, you could grab your back foot. There's really a lot of beautiful things you can do with this. So have fun, experiment, try moving your arms in different ways. Again, you should feel quite locked in a Gazelle, so you have freedom to move around and to play with things. And again, to come out of it, I'm going to replace my hand on the front of the hoop, and then use my leg to help me sit up, arching up with my back, and coming back to sitting in the hoop. Option 3 is going to be the V. This is a really nice variation because it looks totally different than the other ones, but it is slightly trickier. You need a little bit more balance for this one. I'm starting out in exactly the same way, turning to the side, leaning my shoulders back, staying close to the hoop, and lifting up my outside leg, but I'm going to stop it right in the middle of the hoop, straighten my knee, and brace my ankle against the top of the hoop. From there, I can lift up my back leg, bringing my legs into this V shape. And when I have both my legs in place with my ankles pushing against the top of the hoop, which is important for stability, by the way, I'm going to let go with the same arm as the leg that is in front. I have my right leg in front, so I'm using my right arm to let go. I can do lots of pretty shapes. I can do some movement. It's really nice. And then when I'm ready to come out of it, I'm just going to drop down first my back leg, rebend my front leg. This is a really beautiful position in itself. I have this nice laid out long line, so I'm going to take a moment to show it off before I finally straighten that front leg and then use it again to push down using the weight to help me sit up and arching up with my back. Okay, let's look at all of those one more time to really lock them in your memory. The first one was the bent leg variation. I'm bending my leg as far as it can comfortably go. I'm pulling that knee to the side of the front of the hoop, and I'm using my hand on my knee for extra stability. Our second option, the stag, is very similar, but I'm leaving that leg less bent so I can wrap my heel around to the other side of the front of the hoop and bend my back leg if I feel like it. And then our last variation, which was the V, I'm doing the same setup, but straightening my leg straight up, lifting my back leg, coming into that V shape, and then letting go with the same arm as the front leg. I hope you enjoyed those variations. I really like playing with Gazelle because it's a great way, once you get used to your Gazelle, to kill time in an aerial act. Aerial acts are normally between 4 and 6 minutes long, and you're going to need a break in there somewhere, and when you're really comfortable and locked in your Gazelle, it's a great way to have yourself a little break, especially for your arms, while the audience continues to be like, whoa, splits! Or in this case, not splits, whoa, other variations of Gazelle. It's just a really useful move, and it's always pretty and it's always fun, and I quite enjoy them. So I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please give me a thumbs up on this video, and don't forget to subscribe because it's quick and it's free and it's easy, and you will get lots of other aerial videos like this one in your feed. So yeah, don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.